The Candida diet. The diet is a necessary evil that many of my patients will agree with. It is often hated, misunderstood, and feared by people with Candida. The Candida diet is low in sugars and high in starch. It is usually low in fermented food like alcohol and vinegar. On a Candida diet, the daily total amount of carbohydrates should not exceed 150 grams. Alcohol and sugar are the most dangerous drugs that can increase Candida growth. They can also cause liver toxicity and even cancer. When choosing starches, carbohydrates, avoid those with a lower glycemic index. Also, avoid fermented food products. These foods can trigger an allergic reaction in the colon of a Candida sufferer. They can also alter the good flora in the intestinal tract and increase the inflammation levels. High in yeast can cause the same effect as fermented food and the food from the fungal family. The Candida diet is higher in nutrients than the average American diet. It's also similar to the South Beach diet and the Zone diet. There are also traces of people who are very slim, have perfect eyesight, and have no known health problems. These people have a diet that's been around 2 million years old. The Paleolithic diet is a diet that was used during the Stone Age. It is referred to as the Paleolithic diet or the caveman diet. The main reason why this diet is so popular is that it eliminates the consumption of many plant-based nutrients. 10,000 years ago, a breakthrough was made that changed the course of history. It led to the discovery that cooking these plants made them edible. These are toxic and can be extremely dangerous if eaten raw. It is very important that you never eat them raw. Not cooking properly can lead to the depletion of many toxins. However, cooking can still cause sickness if done incorrectly. The Paleolithic diet is full of these essential nutrients. It's also true that some people feel they need to take supplements due to their body's toxins. Sugars also make up the outer layers of yeast cells. One of the most notable compounds that have been shown to inhibit the growth of Candida is mannose. Like a mushroom, Candida is a yeast that processes sugars into toxic alcohols. It produces many of the symptoms of Candida by converting them to toxic chemicals. Most commonly, Candida is caused by antibiotics and birth control drugs. Diet, however, can also cause Candida. The Candida diet is mainly used to weaken the Candida. It makes it more vulnerable to the antifungal drugs that we use. Even if it is barely alive, it can still survive. If it is properly fed and watered, it can still grow again. When you cheat on the diet, the Candida can temporarily increase. However, if you continue to follow the diet and do not stop, the more Candida you feed, the more it grows. Cheat days do not defeat the entire program. It is only when you cheat that you lose the entire program. Many of the Candida diets suggest excluding casein and gluten from the diet. It has been theorized that an allergy to these food items can damage the intestinal villi, which are finger-like hairs that collect nutrients and pass them through the intestines. In this case, the food supply helps keep Candida growing. This can suppress the normal flora and the immune response of the colon. One of the main problems associated with Candida is weight gain. This is often caused by the lack of energy and the desire for sugar and simple carbohydrates. Lower thyroid function, elevated cortisol levels, and lower DHA levels are all signs of chronic Candida infection. These conditions can contribute to weight gain or the inability to lose weight. Hemp hearts are a great source of protein, essential fats, and enzymes. They are low in saturated fats and carbohydrates. Because of the high protein and essential fats in hemp hearts, they are more likely to avoid the sugar and starchy carbs that can cause late-onset health problems. Most people eat at least 4 hemp hearts a day, and they usually eat 5 or 6 a morning. They tend to be very hungry at lunch and dinner, and they rarely go back to eating less than 3 or 4 hours before they finish their workday. Dieting can be an excellent strategy for treating Candida yeast infections. It does not require starvation or drastic weight loss. Instead, it is about maintaining a healthy lifestyle and eating the right food. Some Candida diet programs allow you to eat high in carbohydrates, while some restrict you to fruits and vegetables. While on this diet, you should keep in mind that it's not to lose weight, it's to boost your immunity system so that you can prevent yeast infection. The goal of this diet is to starve the Candida itself. It works by removing the sugar that it produces. The Candida diet will have a major effect on your body, but it can also require a lot of patience and discipline. The diet will continue for 2 weeks. It is very difficult to stop eating sweet food. During this time, we should eat vegetables. They contain good nutrition and are good for our bodies. If you are on this diet, then you should occasionally eat fruits such as apples and bananas that are low glycemic. These foods are not considered dangerous and should not be consumed in moderation. If you experience an adverse reaction, stop consuming these foods immediately. Having a record of the foods that you have consumed is also a great thing to do. It will help you identify the foods that have the most effect on your body and will help you maintain a healthy lifestyle. Following are some simple steps to introduce low-carbohydrate food to your diet. Dieting is a hard thing to do. It requires discipline and perseverance. Instead of focusing on the things that are important to you, try to divert your attention to other things that are less important to you. This diet program is only effective if you put it into action. There are other ways to treat yeast infection, but using only one approach is not that effective. A holistic approach is the best way to treat Candida yeast infection. Discover how I lose 40 pounds fast. Click the link below.